Hey, so we need to talk. I'm not trying to make you feel attacked. I say this because I care about you deeply, and I'm not trying to fat shame you. You're too fat. I mean, you are so fat for your little bones. So let's talk about that. This is Pony Man. I did realize how fat he was once I went to my friend's house, and she had a similar sized pony, except her pony was so trim. And it's always been on the back of my mind he could founder. That's a huge concern of ponies. He's never foundered. He's about 15 years old now, which is kind of shocking to me because I bought him as a yearling. Farrier was here a few days ago, and she told me he has the first signs of founder, where the foot starts to separate, which is a pretty bad sign.
Using this stock image of a horse hoof, I'm going to explain what the farrier saw. This is not Pony, and I don't know this horse, although I am sure he's a nice guy. I'm not a vet, so this is not veterinary advice. Farrier noticed that this space, the white line, had expanded. This means that the interior of the foot had swelled, which is the start of founder. As founder advances, the interior of the hoof swells and disconnects from the hoof wall. In severe cases, the interior of the hoof wall drops through the bottom of the hoof. It's quite unpleasant and requires extensive treatment to recover from, and in some cases, there is no recovery, and the horse has to be put down. So you can see why it's vital to prevent this from happening.
And now, Dubious horse history. Founder was invented by Lord Lars Laminitis, who founded the organization to promote the flotation of horses. There had recently been a flood, and he was shocked to discover that the disadvantaged horses in the area didn't float. He set out to correct this through medical means. Unfortunately, instead of causing horses to float on water, their feet ruptured, and horses were immediately angry at Lord Laminitis and filed a class action lawsuit against him. He was found guilty and dropped off into the desert to spend the rest of his years wandering. He was never seen again. Thank you for watching Dubious Horse History. So, can it be rented at this point? I don't know. It's too serious not to try. So the immediate, he had a muzzle. He hates the muzzle. She suggested reworking my pasture so that essentially a dry lot. The pasture isn't really that big anyway, so to put a dry lot in here and take what little pasture I have makes me kind of sad. He hasn't been really ridden since I started having kids because the kids were the priority. So this is the beginning of his diet and exercise. What's the word? Diet and exercise regime. No, that makes it sound really scary. I don't know. He's starting diet and exercise. This is day 2 of exercises. The other day he was not happy and he was bucking and kicking and carrying on, which is not what you want to see from a children's pony. It's what I expected from Stu, the green horse, not the children's pony that's had extensive training and was a blessing pony. So let's get moving. One might say I chose this uneven ground in order to give him a better workout. But one might also say that my entire property is a hill, and I have no choice. And you may notice that my other horse, Vintage, is completely loose in the pasture, but she's never bothered us before. Is this foresight? Will she bother us this time? Or will it be completely irrelevant? We'll see. Got my lunge whip. Is it even a lunge whip if it isn't, like, peeling off and falling apart? That's it, because I don't want to strain him too much. Sorry, buddy. I know you hate this, you poor man. This is the worst part. I know he hates it so much.
Hard come out.
Pony. Pony.
Add this piece this way. I touched your piece away.
I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry, I really am, okay?
No.
It's this or you get to die a terrible death. Yeah, there's no in between. Just that or the death. Yes, Alex. It stinks for him that this is the life he will lead. I've heard that the muzzle cuts down 70% on what they can eat. I don't know if that's true or not. I should probably look it up. I've got the internet.
And I did look it up. It's anywhere from 35 to 85%, depending on the muzzle.
So we're also gonna have to cut down on the amount he's eating. So this is the amount Vintage eats. This is the amount Pony eats. So I guess we're going to half it. There we go. There's Pony's food. Now we will just check back in about a month and see how he's going. The next official check-in is when the farrier's here, because I'm going to try to impress the farrier with what a good horse owner I am, trying to get the horse in shape. So since I am trying to impress her, that will be the official check-in, and that will be in about 5 to 6 weeks. Let's talk about my riding outfit of the day, even though I wasn't riding. So my outfit reflects that I was not riding. I saw someone making fun of a boater hat in like a good-natured way, and that just made me want to wear my boater hat. So here's my boater hat, and then just the rest is what I wore to work out. I was already dirty and gross, so why not keep that trend going? I don't see any reason to switch things up. As you can see, what I've decided is that it's easiest just to dress the children. Clothes is easiest to clean. One of them went along with it, the other one did not. But that is why they are dressed the way they are, because they were getting really, really gross. I was going through a lot of laundry. But this is just summer, so we have some boots coming for the winter, and then they can go back to being incredibly gross.
Pee.